We make the strings
louder.
Guys, so today is the day. So we are over at my buddy's dyno shop, Build Tune Race. We got these Dynocom DC pods, these little hub dyno things, and we're actually going to dyno the Civic. So last time we had it on the dyno was actually at Brent from PFI when it had the K20 in it. It made about 616 horse on a K20. We shot a rod out of that, putting too much load on it on the street with some rolling anti-lag. After that, we did a K24 with some rods, turned it up a little bit more. We made 616 at 24 pounds of boost, and then on the K24 we ended up turning it up and running about 28, 29 at the track with the all-wheel drive stuff hooked up. So was definitely making a little bit more power than that, but we haven't had it on the dyno since then, and especially now that we have a built motor. So we have the Wiseco boost line rods, JE Ultra Series pistons, we have the stock TSX cams, upgraded valve train now, and upgraded valves. So as you guys know, this thing has a full DeechWorks fuel system in it. It has twin 350 IL inline pumps coming from a fuel cell in the back. The 2000 regulator, which is crazy because this thing has literally like 10 AN ports on it. But we have a 8 AN feed from the tank. We have two 10 ANs going into a single 8 AN after the pumps. We have those staged in too. So we have DeechWorks 2200cc injectors. We have their fuel rail. We have their fuel pulse dampener, and a Garrett GTX 3582 Gen 2 turbo, which this thing's efficiency rating is about 900 at the crank. This is also on an ECU Master EMU Black. Has a coil radiator, some K-tune parts kind of on the little bottom of it, little water neck and little alternator bracket. Yeah, I think that's about it. BC Racing coilovers and some Koenig wheels. But other than that, we're gonna, I guess, strap this thing down, turn it up a little bit more if that's what it wants. See what power it actually makes at the 29 pounds, and see if it wants to go further than that. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing strapped on the dyno and start making some pulls. All right, so one of the unique things that we're actually going to do here today, since he only has a 5-lug hub and we have a 4-lug Civic, let's see these magic things right here. So check this out. So these are 4-lug to 5-lug adapters. So they actually have these little Allen keys, and it's all hub centric. So basically what you do is you bolt this separate spacer in on the bottom, and then after that one's bolted in, you go in and you bolt it with these Allen keys. And then you could actually bolt in the 5-lug wheel adapter.
Keep dancing with the devil, but he doesn't have a back.
Was that turned up for?
How much you make?
627.
Huh. That was only like, I guess the other, probably 2 pounds of boost, 3 pounds of boost.
So above where you were at, on top of, or?
Yeah.
So like 19? So 19.
Yeah, it's about 31.
So minus 14 is what? 17? 18? 19? 19. All right, guys, you guys saw Trevor. He's been making some pulls, trying to dial in the dyno a little bit. I think we just got a couple power pulls for the first time. Seems like it's making right about 600-ish. So about the same as it was making on PFI on a little less boost. But let's see what Trev's got. How's it going, Trev?
Not too bad. So basically we're just adding a little bit of fuel up top. Timing's the same. And right now we're just kind of playing with the duty cycle on the boost controller. So mostly I'm just kind of getting a lot of data, like messing around with stuff, playing with the way the boost comes in, trying to see what it does, and then actually playing with it on the dyno more so. So not making like a whole lot of changes more so, but it's basically like most of the pulls that we did earlier were all on wastegate. So now it's like 23 pounds of boost or so, 24. So we're running like 28 at the track, so I'm gonna try to, it'll probably actually make more on the street, because that's what happened last time, is like when we got on the street it made more load, so.
All right, guys. So while Trev goes ahead and makes some of those changes, let's try and squeeze a little bit more power out. I just want to take a quick moment and thank today's video sponsor, and that is Keeps. All right, guys. So I don't know if you know, but 2 out of 3 men by the age of 35 will experience some type of pattern baldness. Unfortunately, I'm in the disfortunate percentile, so I fall in that 2 out of 3. I actually reached out to Keeps because I started noticing about a year or 2 ago my hairline was receding pretty bad, and the top of my head was actually thinning. So what Keeps does is they actually give you a prescription service that's online. So you don't have to go wait in line to get a doctor's prescription, pay pharmacy fees, stand in line, anything like that. And they give you an online consultation. It's quick, it's easy, and they mail you your products directly to your door. So not only is that convenient for ease of use, whether you got a busy life, a family going on, anything like that, or if you're quarantined like most of us are right now, all those products can come directly to you, making it super easy and convenient to use. And not only are those products coming in, I know they're prescription, but they're actually generic versions, so the price point is super affordable, and they send you 3-month supplies at a time. And what Keeps is gonna do is they're actually gonna give you guys 50% off your first 3-month supply. I'm about 1 month in total of my treatments. I've been using for about a month straight right now. But some results can take up to about 4 to 6 months, so the sooner you start, the better. So go ahead, guys, go down in the description, use that key, that code, MotionAutoTV. It's gonna be www.keeps.com/MotionAutoTV. Throw that link below, and they're gonna give you that 50% off. Go ahead and support them. If you guys are in my position, you want to keep your hairline, maybe get some thickening, things like that. Go get your online consultation, get those savings, and support them for supporting us. All right, let's get back to it and see what this thing can make. So 665 and 441, 491. 491. 665 and 491. Just picking up some steam.
708, 5'2".
Alright guys, so we basically just finished up on the dyno over here, and it made 708 horsepower and 510 foot-pounds of torque. So we ran into a little bit of a fuel pressure issue. So basically one of the things that I did, when we were on the dyno, I think when we made 600, we were on one fuel pump. When we came back, I started logging the fuel pressure because it was going just a little bit lean when we actually got it out on the street, and the boost obviously got turned up because there was a little bit more load on it. So I looked in the log and watched the fuel pressure actually drop. So that's when we added that second pump. So I don't have them staged in right now. So basically both inline fuel pumps are just running together, and I have them on the same relay. So basically what's happening is it's dropping from like 4.7 bar to like 3 something in there. So we're losing a little over a bar of fuel pressure, and it's taking the air fuel from like 11.3-ish to about 12 as we're doing a pull. And that's just in the higher boost levels. You can see right here, that's basically 40 PSI, which is, you have to take away atmospheric, which we could pretty much just call that like 26 pounds of boost at 8,700 RPM. You can see right here, we have the injector pulse width, we have ignition angle, so we're, let's see. So at that, we're basically, why does it have so much freaking timing out of it? No, that's the limiter. Okay. So right here, we're 14.5 degrees of timing, 39 pounds of boost, which is basically 26, because you have to minus atmospheric. Then we have battery voltage. So the battery voltage was actually dropping a little bit too. So we were about 12.8, and then it was dropping about 12.4. Other spots in the log, it was actually like 13 or so before we got into it. You can see my TPS. This is the boost. We have about 48% duty cycle in it, and then I dropped it down a little bit at the higher RPM. And then you can see injectors, basically that's the duty cycle, so about 82%. So yeah, I think it was just losing a little bit of fuel pressure up top, and it kind of made it want, I just didn't want to push it and keep basically turning it up at that point. So I really wanted to turn it up and actually put like maybe 35 pounds of boost in this thing tonight. Maybe a little bit more than that actually, other than 26. But as of right now, I want to take it back over to the shop, actually properly wire in the fuel pumps, get both the big old fuel pump relays ran to the battery, and actually get the second one properly staged in, so we're not running 2 pumps all the time. Basically have the other one come in when we go over certain TPS or boost pressure. So yeah, that's I think that's about it. I'm gonna turn the duty cycle on the boost table down, and then we'll take it back over to the shop. We might go play around with it a little bit on the street tomorrow, kind of mess around with it. I haven't driven it a little bit, but probably before we do any of that stuff, we'll actually hook up the fuel stuff, and maybe what I'll do is I'll actually pull a log and actually show you guys, how all that stuff works and kind of the improvements that it made, and go from there. So yeah, I definitely think, we're running 2 big fuel pumps. They're the Deechworks 350 ILs off of one like 40 amp relay, and so yeah, one of those things where we're getting ready to go to the track, and we noticed that it was losing fuel pressure, so I wired in that second one real quick. So I definitely need to double check that. I actually really wanted to go over the wiring on this whole car and actually maybe strip out the whole chassis harness and actually make it like a race car, like put like a little switch panel and stuff right here. Pretty much get rid of all this AC, the radio, just pretty much everything that I don't need. This thing's turning more so into a race car than a street car anyhow. Maybe we'll figure out something for the heater. But yeah, we're gonna get this thing unstrapped off the dyno and take it back over to the shop. Hey guys, here we are. That's final numbers. 708 and 510 torque. That's a decent amount.
Wants to pull copies of all.
You guys, so we got this thing all, well, not unstrapped, unhooked, unbolted, I guess, from the dyno. So again, huge shout out to James at Build Tune Race for letting me come over here and play on his dyno. He also has a YouTube channel. How many subscribers do you have now?
Like 7,500 ish.
Yeah, so growing. He's been working at it for a couple of years, and I mean we've known each other for a couple of years now.
Saw you doing the whole thing for a long time now. So
it's been a while, yeah. But so he's actually building a burnout truck for the Cletus Cars event.
Yep,
So he has
I
an
can't
S10 with some zoomies out of the hood.
It's so loud.
And so I actually heard it over here the other night because basically our shops are so close now. They literally, like, when he's dynoing and stuff, I'm like, yep, James has something cool on the dyno. So I'll hop on the pit bike and run over here and see what he's up to.
Yep.
So that's always really cool. But chat, if you guys want to head over to his channel,
Yeah, I appreciate
and check out his burnout build. You actually just you filmed the dyno video on it.
Yeah,
'cause
that'll be the
I heard
next
it.
one. So I got it fired up, and now it'll be coming soon. The dyno and everything. So it was rowdy on the dyno for sure.
Yeah,
This is too, but-
I'm pretty sure I heard it. Maybe that was one of the other things.
Yeah,
there's been a couple of
I don't
things
think we
over
put
here.
much that's quiet
So
on
he
this
actually
thing.
had a car over here the other day that made 1209,
Yep.
something like that. Rocky Mountain Race Week car.
Street cars all over the place.
So again, James does a lot of stuff with like Holly and HB tuners, a lot of turbo LS stuff. He has a turbo Camaro that's ran what, like 5 something in the
Yeah, 560s. It's been letting out early, like 890.
Yeah.
It'll go 870s or something like that.
So some really cool, fast stuff. So again, huge shout out to James, Built-in Race. Go check out his channel. The link will be in the description. And another huge shout out to Keeps for sponsoring this video, and use their link in the description as well to save 50%. So yeah, we're gonna get Ty.
Hopefully.
Give him a little bit more of that hair. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Maybe if you guys want to see how long this thing will do a burnout down the street, how long a black marks we could actually leave in front wheel drive. Yeah, maybe this will be the new burnout one. Give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Maybe hit that notification bell if you want to be notified as soon as you want. And the other thing, maybe, we might turn this thing up live on the dyno. So we're basically going to come back to the dyno. That's the plan. Wire the fuel pumps properly, and then we're gonna come back, play with a couple things, and then we're gonna actually turn it up for you guys live on the dyno. So again, notifications on. See you guys later.